Hello, today we'll be playing Zomewhere Else. It has a Z instead of an S on somewhere. Why it has a Z? We'll figure it out eventually later on in the game. I know why, but when I first played this game 2 years ago, I had no idea why it had a Z on it. So anyway, this game first came out in 2021, so it's been over 2 years. I've been playing this game since, and I enjoy it a lot. This game is a slice of life game, and this is the MC right here, the main character. His name is Chad, and he's a Doberman. So go ahead and start. Darkness envelops you. The warmth melts with the cold surrounding you. The flimsy blankets barely protect your barren body from the bitter chill. At least you've got your underwear. Reality begins to slip as you feel yourself drift to sleep. You're enveloped by a peace solemnly found in the waking hours until you can feel a harsh breeze blow past you. Damp fabric rubs over your once barren skin, making you shiver uncontrollably. You know you are lying in bed, but it feels like you're standing outside in the pouring rain. Nervously, you begin to open your eyes. Where am I? Look down to see you're standing on the edge of a cliff in what looks like the middle of the night. Your feet are only barely on the edge. If you don't get better footing, you'll absolutely fall. What the hell is going on? You begin to panic as you try fruitlessly to take a step forward. Looking behind, you see a vast emptiness. No matter how much you try to move, you're seemingly stuck in place. You look forward and notice a dark figure standing silently, 3 small objects circling them. Their hands begin to glow as they move their arms in a strangely familiar manner, as if they're performing an incantation. The objects turn to large wisps of light, moving faster by the second. You can barely make out what's happening. You can only see glimpses of their face in the darkness. Who are you? What is this? The lights begin to grow in size, becoming brighter as well. You're able to more clearly see what the hooded man is doing. He is seemingly conjuring a ball of condensed energy. His sight seems to be locked onto you. Your mind is baffled by what you see. He lunges his arms towards you. Whoa! The white lights blind you before you can even react. You close your eyes too late to avoid the searing brightness. Everything flies at you like a bullet train. You're on the tracks. But then, silence. You feel yourself begin to breathe normally again. The mattresses with texture rubbing against your coarse fur. Besides, you fall into a deep sleep once more. The sharp, mechanical screech of your alarm clock pierces through you, shocking you into consciousness. Your arm clumsily searches around the nightstand, feeling for the alarm clock's plastic casing. A quick slap on the rectangular button ceases the insistent beeping. Your groggy eyes open to see your bedroom ceiling. The faint memory of a dream still lingers in the back of your mind, and as you try to focus on it, it disappears as if it was never there. You roll your aching eyes as you look at the nightstand, and pain echoes in the back of your head. Must be a migraine beginning to form. What time is it? 8 in the morning. There's 1 hour left until my shift. Guess I have to get up. As you shift your weight, the metal bed frame creaks and whines. You sit up and stretch only to be met with a few pops and cracks of your own. It takes a few seconds to find the composure to finally get off the cheap mattress. The room is dimly lit, sunlight peeking through the grimy window, but you manage to traverse it with the lights turned off. The less you have to spend on electricity, the better. You make your way to the bedroom door, swiftly unlocking it and peeking your head into the hallway. The long corridor is devoid of your housemates. Seems pretty empty. Despite being in your underwear, you stride down the hallway to the shared bathroom. Obnoxious squeaks echo as you pull the old door open. The white light hits you like a frying pan as you flick the switch on. You instinctively close your eyes and shut the door behind you. As your eyes finally adjust, you are able to take in your meager surroundings. You're greeted by an old toilet, a shower and a sink with an accompanying medicine cabinet. It's not much, but you couldn't ask for more right now. The cold towels keep you awake as you walk to the sink. You haphazardly grab your toothbrush and some paste from the open cabinet. You turn on the remarkably well-kept sink, the only stains that stand out or rust on the faucet. You close the metal door and begin to brush your teeth, and an exhausted, uncared Doberman minds your every action as you look into the small mirror. You stare at your scraggly beard and long, unbrushed hair. It wouldn't surprise you if people thought you were a homeless person. I should probably save. I don't want to look like a panhandler. A cheap, minty flavor lingers in your mouth as you finish brushing, even after you rinse the paste out with water. You take off your underwear, then you walk to the shower. You turn on the shower and step inside, closing the curtains behind you. The blistering cold water doesn't faze you as it begins to soak into your fur. The icy nature of the water begins to make you feel more alert, but soon your mind begins to wander. Tough out, kid. Women take their showers ice cold. You try to focus on the water washing over you. It's no use. Military men have it worse than this all the time. You'll be fine. Unpleasant thoughts flow through you like the icy water over your fur. Don't be a pussy. You don't want to end up like one of those sissy boys, do you? These visit showers have become a part of your routine. The pain they used, the cause faded away years ago. However, the memories remain. You push past the shower curtains. The water and the thoughts associated with them go down the drain. You grab your towel while getting out of the water. You glance at yourself in the mirror as you begin to dry yourself. Moments later, you flip the light switch off and exit the small room. You cross the hall and head back through the door into your room. Light passes through the curtains, bathing the room a soft glow. The room's only window illuminates the bedroom walls, their paint chipping day by day. You pull the dresser's top drawer and open and pull out 2 sets of clothes, one for now and another for later. The small television atop the dresser flickers to life at the press of a button. You start getting dressed as the local news plays in the background. Hope you're all prepared for some lovely autumn weather. You tuned in just as the weatherman was giving his report. We have a chance of spotting the heavy showers today, so please stay dry. The neck of your shirt pulls past your nose and settles into place as you finish dressing. You nod in agreement and stuff the spare clothes into your backpack. You got the clothes umbrella by your nightstand. Might as well take it. I'd rather not be hassled for showing up wet. As you reach down to grab the umbrella, a familiar item next to the alarm clock catches your eye. Hidden behind an empty styrofoam ramen cup sits a framed photo of 2 canines. A tall German shepherd on the right with his arm around a smaller Doberman. They're both smiling while making peace signs at the camera. You catch yourself as you begin to drift into thought. Now's not the time to think of stupid crap. Maybe I'll finally be able to move out here. You slide the strap of your backpack over your shoulder and heft it onto your back. You grab an extra button-up shirt on the way out of the room. The hallway is still empty for now, but you can hear someone open the front door. The room you've rented is cheap. The rundown house it's in isn't aspire. The rundown house it's in doesn't inspire confidence. You start to turn around and lock the door behind you. Don't want to forget to lock this. Some of these creeps have trouble keeping their hands to themselves. Not that I have much to lose. You head down the hall and towards the front door, passing by a shifty-looking raccoon and shaky bat on the way. They seem to be just arriving home as if they were outside the whole night. Good morning. Neither one responds. You used to be annoyed, but you'd rather be on the good side of bad people. You resume walking and heading out of the building. It's cool outside, but the sky looks beautifully clear as you look up at it. It seems too cold to walk with only a t-shirt on, so you step on the button up you grab from the dresser. Before you make the trek to work, you readjust your bag one last time. It's finally time to start walking. Your work isn't too far, located just on the outskirts of the little town you live in. With work being so close, walk there and back fit pretty easily into your routine. Considering you don't have a car, the system was made for you. The empty bus station sits up ahead along your path. There's a few teenage girls in school uniforms waiting on the bench. They're laughing about something and chatting to each other excitedly. I haven't seen them before. Maybe it's their first day of school. You try to look back on your first day of high school, but quickly try to get your mind off the subject. A lot of memories feel fragmented and murky. Now some pieces remain crystal clear no matter how hard you try to forget. You look so joyful. Their youthful vigor makes you feel more sullen than before. As you keep walking, you look around at the scenery you're so used to seeing every day. The forest borders one side of the path, with more trees on the other. Saplings and evergreens grow all around. There's nothing but greenery surrounding you, with a long billboard marking the path. Marble, 2 kilometers. I'm halfway there. I hope I'm not too late for work. It would be easy to tell whether or not you had enough time, but sadly you don't have any way to check. You continue walking, but you can't help but look behind you. You take in the sight of Marble, the town where you grew up. Almost everything can be seen from the hill you're walking on. The big park, the Ferris wheel at the docks, the small mall center, the sea, even some far-off islands. Whoa. Your foot catches on something hard and you stumble, regaining your balance before you fall over. A small walk embedded into the path nearly trips you. You make sure not to get lost sightseeing in such unfavorable terrain. Bitch. You scout an inanimate object while you regain your composure and keep walking. Although now your toe hurts. After a long walk, you finally arrive at the massive lumber yard. Cool logs. Cool. The coolest of them logs. This place sucks. As you arrive, you see a familiar face. One of your co-workers is walking towards you. You're not really in the mood to have a chat and try to look away, but it's too late. Yo, Chad, good morning. Toto roughly pats your shoulder as he steps up to you. Jeez. Good morning, Toto. Excited as always to see. Ready for another exciting and laborious day at Cool Logs? Let's do our best. And ready to do what I'm best at, sleeping. You let out a dry chuckle. Ah, come on, Chad, don't be like that. Today's a beautiful day. I have a feeling today will be great. When the Samoyed dog is bouncing with excitement, you can see your boss headed this way from his office to the right of you. Sure, Toto. By the way, wanna go get some breakfast with me before? I already ate. You didn't. Oh, so then you wanna go to... Anyways, I should get going before the boss gets mad at me for talking your ear off. Sure, no worries. See you later, Chad boy. You walk to the small building that houses your locker room. There's someone coming out of it before you can enter, passing by you ready to work. Crap, no one's even here. I should hurry and get going. You spot your rusty old locker the moment you step into the room. There are some chairs here and there, surrounded by your co-workers' lockers, and a door that leads to the old cold water cellars. You walk towards your locker. You grab a key from the pocket and unlock the middle door with a satisfying click. Running low on good clothes, you decide to throw your button-up shirt inside your bag, lest it get torn while working. Quickly locking the door, once again you leave the empty room. Time to work then. You exit the small building and head to your usual workplace. You're greeted by a mountain of small logs a few meters away from the building. Your shift begins when you grab one of the many axes laying about. You position a small log onto a tree stump. With your muscles tightened, you raise the axe above your head. You hold your breath as you focus on the log's center. You bring the axe down with all the strength and dexterity you can muster. The steel head cleaves the small log and twang right down the center. That's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, nothing too hard or complicated. Suited exactly for you. The massive log yard is bustling with activity. Mechanized behemoths down massive trees before storing them into piles for storage. Other workers use chainsaws to take down some lesser trunks. The rest of the crew load the smaller logs you chop into study sacks with the company logo, ready to be delivered to places you'll never get to see. It's only been a month since you started working here. So far you've only been tasked with chopping firewood. Sadly, no one knows you, and besides Toto, everyone's a stranger. As you finish another sack of logs, your coworkers give you suspicious looks as they come to collect their lumber. Despite being surrounded by cutting-edge logging technology, they'd rather pay a desperate fool willing to bust their back splitting logs all day with a rusty axe. You're that fool. Despite the mindless exhaustion, it does ultimately pay the bills, and your physique has never looked better. You keep working for a few hours, mindlessly cutting the timber until... Hey, Chad boy. Toto approaches from behind you with his usual cheerfulness. Oh no. Working hard, eh? You're all sweaty. I like that. What's with this guy? His constant advances make you feel uneasy. It's always more weird than charming. Don't you have work to do? Nah, I've already finished work for the day. That fast? We've got like 3 more hours left. By the way, why didn't you go to lunch again? The boss won't stop looming over me. He always assumes I'm the one talking to you. Now he tears into me whenever I take a break. Thanks for that. I just wasn't hungry. You do your best to ignore the burning pain in your stomach. Oh, I know what you're hungry for. You just want to get the... Not this shit again. The hours seem to pass with every log split. Toto's endless yapping soon becomes nothing more than background noise. So that's how I got with those three studs at the bus stop. I didn't even gag once while sucking there and allowed alarm rings all over the log site, letting everyone know the day is finally over. It has the added benefit of stopping Toto's one-sided conversation dead in its tracks. Saved by the bell once more. Time to go home then. I'll continue my story tomorrow. See you later, Chad. He beelines it to the main office. You don't even get to say a word to him. Another shift's over. Great. This shit is tiring, especially when Toto is around. At least I can head home now. Your ass makes a soft thud as it slips from your hands. Your very arm reaches up to wipe the hard orange sweat off your brow. As you lower your arm back down, you catch your own scent and squints up your nose. Oh fuck, I stink. Maybe I should take a shower first. You turn around and start heading back to the concrete building. It's much warmer in here than it was outside. Not that it bothers you much anyway. As you make your way to the lockers, you can overhear some strange conversations. You can make out what they're saying here and there. They seem to be riled up about a strange creature in the woods. You just ignore them. It wouldn't be surprising if they were drunk on the job. You walk down the row of lockers until you reach yours. Opening the locker door, you rummage through your bag and grab your towel. Looks like it's busier here than usual. I hope I can find a stall. You undress yourself, your sweat-drenched clothes into your backpack. You wrap the towel around your hips and head towards the showers. You peer into the shower area and find all the faucets off. You see 2 rows of shower stalls with curtains for privacy. I heard it was gonna rain today. There's no trace of clouds whatsoever. Either way, I made sure to pack a raincoat and an umbrella just in case things get worse out there. At least you think you did. You get to a shower stall and close the curtain behind you. Turning the handle to open possesses it takes a few seconds, but soon your body is jolted by the sudden impact of the ice cold water. Nothing like a cold shower after work. Now that I think about it, one of the guys in the big machine seemed odd. Nothing changed about him, but I don't know what. Why was he staring at me so often? After work, you'll have a few hours to yourself. You mentally plan your next steps. First, I'll go to the mini mart and grab some snacks. Once I get home, get in bed and listen to the TV in the background, while I quickly eat whatever I bought. God knows I need some food. Then probably just lie in bed by myself. Again, fall asleep and then get up for work. Sounds like a plan. As the cold water envelops you, much like before, the same thoughts from earlier begin to swell. You decide to leave and end your shower early before you feel any worse. You grab your towel hanging from the top of the shower stall and hastily start drying yourself with it. You rub the rough towel down your muscular legs, with the cloth brushing up against your crotch. The coarse fibers seem to rub you the right way, make you feel excited. You quickly move the towel elsewhere, afraid of getting a boner in a public shower. You scrub down your chest, arms, and pits before feeling your scalp. My hair feels so wet and saggy, maybe I should trim it later. You catch a quick glimpse in the mirror as you make your way out of the shower to your locker. It doesn't take long to realize that everyone has left for the day. There's no harm in staring at yourself in the reflective glass. You tend to do this after every shower, not for self-admiration, however. Your mind fills with questions that don't seem to have an answer. Why am I like this? Have I always been this lowly? What happened to me all this time? Is that a pimple on my nose? It's irritating, to say the least. You examine your face in the mirror. Turns out it's a cut that's beginning to swell up. It's fairly sore to the touch. It hurts, but I'd take a scratch over a damn pimple any day. Examine your calloused hands as you make your way out the doorway. I should trim my nails too, huh? As you get close to your locker, you see it's totally destroyed. The door is wide open with traces of someone forcing it open with success. Wait, Where the fuck are my clothes? I literally had them right here. You're in such shock that you don't even notice your towel untied from your tights. My locker, everything's gone. Someone smashed right through it. Your clothes aren't the only things missing. Your backpack with all your valuables are gone too. You try in vain to close the metal door, only to find it with the words "fucking loser" next to a crudely drawn dick. What the fuck? I wish you could say this for the first time someone tried to get into your locker, but they never been successful. The most that's ever happened is some scratches. You can better understand the caved-in door before you. Who the fuck would even do this? Who the hell did I piss off this badly? Wait, oh fuck, I have no clothes now. How the hell am I going to get home? What am I supposed to do now? Yo, Chad boy. Are you fucking kidding me? Of all the people to show up, it had to be him. Hey Toto. Hey Chad. Wowzers in my trousers. Put a towel on that monster, would you? The white dog gives a small giggle. You're thoroughly amused while putting the towel back in place. Why haven't you changed yet, by the way? The anger and embarrassment are too much for you to handle. You remain silent in most of us. And what happened here? I could hear you scream from miles away. You don't want the boss to know us and get in trouble. Well, apparently some asshole stole my clothes and my backpack while I was taking a shower. That's terrible. I'm sorry, Chad. You're surprised to see Toto actually upset about something, his voice going low compared to its unusually annoying tone. Well, you don't need any clothes to begin with. The white dog coyly winks at you. Well, it was nice while it lasted. But who would do this to you? You're way too cool to be bullied. Well, actually, I saw one of the guys behaving kind of differently. Differently? You mean the guy that operates one of the machines? Yeah, I also saw him while I was coming this way. Far away, but I'm sure he was dragging something with him. I couldn't really see what it was, though. Son of a bitch! Now that explains why he was staring at me all day. I'm gonna ruin that fucker. Well, Chad, calm down, or you'll get wrinkles. You don't want that beautiful face to. Toto, I'm not in the mood. I need to. Don't worry. You can always go around naked for everyone to see, you bigot. Your eyes couldn't roll back any harder if they tried. If there ever was a time for Toto to stop talking, it was now. I'm getting my sit back out of the way. He brushed past the white dog, who seems fairly chipper despite the situation. Whoa, alright, don't get him, champ. Be careful. I don't like the idea of walking around naked, towel or not, but it seems like there's no other way. That fucker's gonna pay, one way or another. They bolted out of the small building as fast as you could, hold on to your towel for dear life. I really hope no one sees me like this. My reputation here isn't great, but I don't want it to get any worse. I don't want to be known as an exhibitionist. Damn. Being considered an exhibitionist is too much even for me. Look at the muddy path and notice a certain set of footprints. You can't put a finger on why they were different, but you decided to follow them anyways. This will take long to find them leading to boss's office? You got to be kidding me. Of all the places it had to be here? Thankfully the boss seems pretty busy today. He didn't check on me once. Probably has to do with the new building contract for cool logs. You cross near the office window, looking in to find the old man busy at his desk. You do your best to sneak past undetected. Hope my towel doesn't come off. Success, the boss is none the wiser. Phew, that was close. Is that? You post a massive elm tree next to your boss's office, noticing your backpack firmly hanging from a tall branch. That's fucked up. My clothes better be here. It doesn't take long to realize how high that branch is. There's no feasible way you can climb up there without killing yourself in the process. That's fucked all the way up there. What to do? What to do? Sad, where are you? You hear Turtle's voice from behind. You turn to wave at your coworker, surprisingly happy to see him for once. Maybe he can think of something. Hey, I'm over here. The air gets knocked out of your lungs as you feel a tremendous force gripping your stomach and shoulders. Whatever it was, it pulls you off your feet and down to the ground. You see black, then white, and then the sky, framed by coarse leaves and tall trees. You try to move, you try to speak, you try to scream, but it's all in vain. It feels like multiple people are pinning your every limb to the ground behind you. There's an immense force pressing down on your torso, and a hand is firmly keeping your mouth shut. Even your legs are held down, tangled with someone else's. You can't move at all. Chad! You know Toto looking for you. You hear him from the spot you were just standing. The white dog's footsteps sound closer and closer, but the dense foliage makes him clueless to your location and your predicament. You're completely new. The towel have fallen off in a scuffle. Chad, wherever you are, you forgot your towel here. Chad, are you around here? Did you drop your towel on purpose? I know he wanted to show everyone his big ass cut. Wait a minute. Little stayed silent for a few seconds. Well, poor Chad got lost in the woods, wriggling his pee-pee all over the place. What if that police the guy mentioned took him? I'll go get the boss. Maybe he can help find him. The muffled screams fall on deaf ears. A hand is clapping down hard enough to make your jaw ache. Let me go, for fuck's sake. Let me go. Who the hell is holding me down? Is it just one guy or many? Is this the fucker that stole my stuff? You throw a flurry of kicks and punches, using all your might to try and break free. Fuck. What the fuck is going on? I can't move a muscle. You release another flurry of attacks in the air, trying to get the hands to let go, even just a little. Who the fuck is doing this? I can't even see a thing. Try again and again. Each kick getting weaker, every punch losing power. You're trapped. Whoever has you, there's no way out. Oh God. You make your neck grows colder. You once starving. Your stomach feels like it's filled with lead. You let out a few more attacks in vain, but soon you feel yourself letting go. Your will to fight seems to fade. The more tears begin to well in your muscles in your eyes. Your muscles seem to give up as well soon. You feel like you're floating on air. A horrific sense of peace clouds your perception as your breathing begins to slow. You feel every blood cell pass through your veins. You feel like you can count every hair on your body. You try to focus on your surroundings, but familiarity begins to consume you. Have you been in this situation before? You begin to wonder why your body is feeling weaker than normal, your strength leaving you by the second. Did someone drug me without me noticing? I don't know how to describe it, but this guy has something about him that feels nostalgic. Is it his scent? Is it his warmth? Why am I feeling this way about this creep? The minutes pass by at a snail's pace, almost as if you've been here forever. You begin to calm down more than you like to. Consider the essence of this person. You know it, but you don't know how. Sadly, the moment doesn't last. What is that? You feel a strange pressure behind one of your eyes, but soon the sensation becomes more intense. It's hard to describe it, but it's like something is crawling in your brain. What the? I like that any piece of serenity went up in smoke. What the actual fuck is that? What is he going to do with me? Let me fucking go. Hey Chad, wanna grab lunch together? You begin to scream once again, trying to ignore the unreasonably calm voice you just heard. You try to reignite your fighting spirit once again, hoping to finally be out of the situation, but out of nowhere you hear what sounds like an echo. Voice is not your own, but you've heard it 1,000 times before. The voice feels like it's coming from behind you, but you know everything is silent besides leaves rustling in the wind. It becomes louder and clearer. You can no longer ignore it. Chad, calm down. Don't you recognize me? You try your damnedest to remember where you've heard that voice before. It feels both familiar and alien to you. It's Stu. Why do I hear him inside my head? Am I hallucinating on something? He has to be the drugs, baby. I can't think of any other way. Please, calm down. Otherwise he's going to find you. The mysterious voice keeps talking through your mind. How am I supposed to calm down if you have me immobilized like this? But I finally found you, Master. Now we can finally be together again. I'm so happy. What is he talking about? What is this about? We finally reunited again. The others tighten their grip into what you think is a hug. You feel soft fur rub against the back of your neck. What? I don't even know you, you damn creep. Now get out of my head and let me go. What do you mean you don't know me? You're my master. Master? What does that even mean, you creep? All joy quickly sailed from the man's voice. Oh no, the master doesn't recognize me. I thought you missed my illusions. Illusions? Feel the hand that's firmly gripping your mind turn your whole head around to face him. His eyes seem to glow in the bushes. They look like two oval-shaped moons. Yes, my illusions. Don't you remember them, Master? The voice seems to be back to its chipper tone. What? No. Now let go. Now let me. I'm sure that you remember them, and because of that, I bet you're gonna like. You quickly feel the air grow heavy as a thick mist envelops you. The man's two wide eyes piercing through the fog. The whole world spins so fast that you begin to feel sick. You close your eyes as tight as you can. The second you do, everything's perfectly still. You hear the sound of long grass swaying in the wind. Your fists are gripping the ground with all your might as if you're about to fall into the sky. Hey Chad, are you feeling okay? That voice is different than the one from earlier, but you know it by heart. The visage of a German shepherd sits next to you, smiling. No, I don't like this. Your food is going to get cold, you know. If you're not hungry, we can save it for later. He lets out an embarrassed chuckle. You look around to see you're sitting on a hillside overlooking a wind-washed valley. You can't put a finger on how you know this place. Honey, please though, make it stop. I don't want to remember. I hope the sandwiches are okay. I wasn't sure what to make. I can always cook you something different tomorrow. Now, Chad, are you feeling okay? You look like you want to cry. You feel a strong, warm arm wrap around your shoulder. Your head falls onto your chest, the soft fur, and breathing starts to calm you down. It's okay to cry. You've been there for me, so I'll be here for you always. Hot tears begin to run from your weary eyes. You hug him and sob through his plate so parts of you that you've lost begin to tingle again. Your floppy ears, your swaying tail. Please. I know what will cheer you up. How about we go to the lake or maybe the bakery? Please let me keep forgetting. Your heart is spluttering by the second. Your scars are beginning to open. The sun doesn't sound like it used to. The birds don't sing like they used to. All those happy memories only tear you down. You need this to end. So please, stop. But Master, this is... Stop. What do you always wanted? Please stop. Isn't it? Chad? Stop! You scream loud enough for God to hear. The tears don't seem to stop pouring no no matter how tightly you close your eyes. Your lungs ache as you begin to breathe again. Your knees are shaking, barely able to support your weight. Your hopeless screams echo throughout the trees, growing farther away until the wind is the only thing filling your ears. You ache. You finally open your eyes to see the sky again. You feel dizzy but notice that you're on your feet. Have you been standing this whole time? Cool air fills your lungs and you're finally able to snap back to reality. You quickly look down at yourself. You find that you're with your towel wrapped around your hips again. What? How am I back here? What the fuck happened right now? There's no way that didn't happen. Sure enough, your face is in the west of Total's voice was coming from. Wait, I was just there in those bushes, and that widow who assaulted me has to be there. You bolt to the bushes behind you and start tearing through them. Hey, get out, you weird fuck. I know you're in there. Mr. Chad, is that you? Please come out right now. Hear the boss's voice in the distance, close enough to hear faint footsteps breaking twigs. You're in a pickle. Shit. Guess they finally ran out of luck. But I guess I never had any luck to begin with. I can't be seen in this towel or I'll be fired. I need to get my clothes right now. Alright, I'm sure I can do it. It actually doesn't look that high anyway. Wait, did something change here? You stare longingly at your backpack. You could have sworn it was halfway up the tree, and now it's only a few branches away. Must have been the wind. I tell you, boss, I'm sure the scream came from here. I'm really worried about Chad. Shit, I need to get to my backpack now. Well, damn. And this is a list of stupid shit I never thought I'd do in my city life. You take some distance and spread towards the massive trunk. You manage to run about 10 feet up the tree trunk and grab the first branch you can. You quickly throw yourself up and grab another branch with a speed you never knew you had. You vault up 2 or 3 more rows of branches until you see your pack. You make a desperate leap towards one of the straps and you strike go. You hang around 4 meters off the ground. It would be a race to lose such an amazing dick. And Solo and your boss finally arrive where they heard you. They witnessed your barren body hanging from the tree. You ignorantly try to detach the backpack from the branch, despite it being the only thing keeping you in the air. This shit is stuck. I better do something before. You're so fucked. Are you still in my crotch? See? It looks so thick and juicy, I want to taste that. Stop looking at it, for fuck's sake. You try to cover your dick with one hand, using your non-dominant hands to support all your weight up north to you, the bag harness, you get yourself wet, slowly wet. Wait, just in time. Toto and the boss are here to see me struggle for my clothes. The strap you're holding onto has little to no traction. Your sweaty hands quickly begin to slip. Shit, I'm about to fall. I need to grab something. You hurl yourself up with what remaining strength you have, causing the whole tree to sway side to side dramatically. You feel yourself begin to fall as the last of your cloth gives way. Your fingers scratch the branch's surface, but it's no use. Fuck. You fall in disgrace, firmly gripping your now broken backpack. Whoa. You manage to land on your thigh and shoulders. Your muscles feel a piercing pain like no other. Oh shit. Oh fuck. You gotta be fucking silly me right now. I think my legs are broken. Fear not, you say a million curses under your breath, but miraculously you landed with no broken bones or ligaments. But that's definitely going to leave a bruise. While you remain on the ground naked, you finally open your eyes to see Toto and your boss looming over you. Hi again, Chad. Toto smiles over your pathetic body, happy to see you again. You hear a loud creak directly behind you. You roll over to see the tree is swaying back and forth more than it should. You look at the tree's thick base, finding the trunk that has been chopped more than halfway through. No, 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 no! The massive oak swayed one last second, the last time before fully falling over, demolishing the boss's office a few meters away. The roar is almost deafening in its tempo crushes glass, wood, and even concrete. The ground rumbles under you as the log finally comes to a standstill. Then there was silence. You turn over to face the corners, total and your boss are motionless. What? Yeah, shit. The tree went through the office like a bullet through a birthday cake. You feel the imminent danger towards you. Despite everything you've been through, you are so existence this is somehow the worst day of your entire life. You do your best to stay on your injured legs, ignoring the pain while trying to come up with a thoughtful, reasonable explanation of what happened. Boss, I'm so sorry. Let me explain. It wasn't my fault. Someone stole my clothes and then I found them there on the tree and... You motherfucker! You heard the boss scream and you knew you were done for. The guillotine is already falling. You insolent asshole! What did you do to my office? I spent the last 20 years busting my ass to make my business a reality. And you, indecent naked ass? You indecent naked ugly ass piece of garbage. I've taken 6 more valuable than you'll ever be. You useless motherfucker. I'm taking away your pay. You're a disgrace to this company. But boss, it wasn't Chad's fault. Why are you even naked, huh? You filthy fucking pervert. Are you jerking off in the woods? I can see you, and I will if you don't get your ass out here now. It's all your fucking fault. Boss, you need to relax. Chad's stuff was self-total. Chad, you're fucking finished. Now leave and never come back. If I ever see you around this place, I swear I'll kiss you? I'll fucking kill you. Hopelessness clouds the path in front of you as you make your way home, somehow feeling more defeated than before. Crap, what on earth am I supposed to do? I need to find another job now. Hopefully I have enough money for this month's rent. And now I'm going to be back on the streets again. You tread forward one step at a time, a small drop landing on your nose. I guess the weatherman wasn't wrong after all. A small sigh escapes your lips as the rain begins to really pour. At least you brought your umbrella. You pull your bag from the back and unzip it, rummaging through it as the water begins to beat down on you. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be in here. I'm sure I grabbed it this morning. The realization finally hits you, still by the nightstand with that photograph. You trudge on, not caring about the pelting rain drenching your clothes. You push past the howling winds, doing your best to make it home and take a shower. You are finally greeted by the town's entrance. You can't help but feel a little relieved. You eventually make it to the same bus stop as earlier, now occupied by 3 schoolgirls seeking refuge from the storm. There's no point in hiding from the rain now. Even my underwear is soaked. A few muddy puddles catch your eye, seemingly only meters away. Let me get away before a car walks past you, sending a deluge of mud in your direction. As if being cold, wet, and tired wasn't enough, your best shirt is now caked in thick sludge. Childish snickering fills the air. The schoolgirls are giddy at your expense. You take your shirt off and press past their laughter. You continue down your normal route, finally arriving at your street. A pile of empty trash bags mark the front yard of the rundown house. You leave these trash bags out here. The can's right there. The bags have been savagely ripped open with a small piece of paper still inside. You lean in closer to read what it says. Chad, you notice there's a letter for you. Surprisingly, it's not destroyed due to the rain. Nice. I just got evicted and they left my stuff out in the rain. Was waiting for me so fucking hard. And all my stuff is gone too. These assholes. Your chest began to hurt at the thought of them laughing as they tossed your stuff to the curb. You never missed a payment, never raised a fuss. You even did some repairs here and there so you wouldn't bother the owner. But not even money can buy you common decency. Is there anything even left? You double-checked the seemingly barren bags. They didn't even leave your sock except for one thing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Of all the things they had to leave me, they couldn't take this thing? A stream of hot tears makes its way past the freezing rain. Food sauce leaves your mouth before you shake your head angrily. What am I doing? I can't worry about this shit. Not now. You wipe away your tears with the back of your hand, glad these fuckers are too busy at home to see you. The rain shows you no pity. You place the photograph of your shirt into your bag. You can't tell if you're more angry or depressed. There's only one place left to go. The park. If that's your pack onto your shoulders, there's no way the park could make you feel any worse. It doesn't take long for you to make it to the park's edge. Make your way inside the enclosed property, heading down the iconic stone walkway. On your path, you're greeted by a lake on your right and the forest to your left. You can barely see through the dense forest, nothing visible past the first rows of trees. A couple of people run past you out of the park trying to find a dry place. You finally make it to a cement bench overlooking the lake. You can see how the lake's water sprinkles with the raindrops. Ducks run across the water's surface before taking flight, seeking a place away from the downpour. From the bench, the front part of the lake is visible to you. The north woods goes across the left side of the lake, and a row of benches on the right allows parkgoers to enjoy the serene view. Despite your terrible circumstances, you can't help but enjoy the scenery. Something about the rain makes the park so much more beautiful. You decide to sit down on the hard stone chair. The red surface pales in comparison to your soaping red clothing. Put your broken backpack above your legs. What now? Time feels fleeting as the sun begins to set. The light behind the gray clouds beginning to go faint. Soon it'll be dark and you generally don't know what to do next. You have future, it'll be crumbling to the ground. Everything you struggled for is now gone. The work may have broken you, and you were never enthusiastic about that city house, but at least it was something. Before you can cry again, you shut your eyes. The rain continues to pelt down onto your face. Unfortunately, there's no space under the bench. You try to think of something else. Literally, anything else would be better than this. Despite your best efforts, you feel hopeless. Where am I supposed to work? Nowhere want to be anywhere else. Where am I supposed to sleep? That house was the only place I could afford in town, and my childhood home doesn't even belong to me anymore. I'm fucked. I'm going to die, aren't I? Mister? I blew what little chance I had. Hello, mister. At least I can die knowing I never hurt anybody. Mister? Hello? I could have sold drugs or killed people for easy money. Mister! Whoa. You're startled awake by the demonically chipper voice. You look around to find the source of the tiny scream. You always dart around the perimeter of the park, but you see nothing in the distance. Why are you out here? Aren't you cold, mister? You finally look down in front of the bench. In your startled and asleep, deprived state, the small figure looks more like a creature than a person. Your mind finally stops, racing to see it's a young cat boy, a little more than half your size. His sparkling eyes are looking directly into yours while smiling at you. You can see his tail is fully raised with a little curve at the end. He exudes an energy begging to be friends with you. He has his small paws perched on your back. He's resting his weight on your lap. Hey kid, what's he doing here? Why is he talking to me? Hey there, kid. Hey there, mister. Name's Chad. Name's Tony. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Nice hat, mister. Thanks. Thanks. Is he copying you? He's gotta be, right? You lift a hand up, and sure enough, he does the exact same thing. You squinch up, you squinch your nose, you squinch up your nose and cross your eyes. He does his best to copy, but he seems to make himself dizzy. You gotta admit, this is kind of adorable. Why are you copying me, kid? Don't he? Yes, that. Because it's funny. You look like you need to smile. I do? Yes, Chad, absolutely. Want to hear a joke, mister? It's Chad, and sure, why not? Okay, so, give me a second. The small cat scratches his chin, racking his brain while trying to remember something good. You can't help but smile. He's really searching for the perfect joke to tell you. You can see a light bulb over his head spark to light as his eyes widen. Got one for you. So what part of a car is the sleepiest? Under normal circumstances, you give up immediately, but he must have pulled out his grade A material considering how long it took to devise this riddle. Maybe it's the back seats, because you sleep on them, or maybe. You give it some thought, but you end up pulling a blank. You really can't think of a proper answer. Is it the car doors? Nope. It's the wheels, because they're always tired. He put the biggest grin you've ever seen before playing a set of air drums. You stare at him with a blank expression. Okay, it was kind of funny. He ended up snorting a little before finally chuckling. He beams with joy, having accomplished his mission. Good one, kid. Right as the young boy is about to speak, he lets out a heavy sneeze and then louder, and then another, followed by a third. He goes quiet, pressing his nose against his jacket, sniffling and shivering for a couple of seconds. Before he can say bless you, he bounces back to his chipper self. It's Tony, and thank you. So why are you out here in the rain, mister? It's Chad, and well, it's not that I'm here because I want to, it's because I'm homeless now. Really? That's awesome. Tilt your head, confused. A small kitten in front of you, seemingly naive to the severity of your situation. But there again, you can't be more than 10, and sometimes ignorance really is bliss. Yeah. Why do you think that, kid? Tony. Because there are no rules. You can do whatever you want. Like eating ice cream in bed. Or play Fortnite instead of take a shower before going to school. You don't have someone that tells you what you have to do all the time. He has a small, pouty face. You mean like your parents? Yeah, exactly. Mostly my father. A short sneeze erupts from the kitten. This is a little worrisome. He has a decent enough jacket, but his hair and ears have been getting poured on. He shakes the coat off once again, smelling like before. But my mom's the bestest. At night she tucks me in and reads me books. Not dumb kid books, teenage books. As long as they aren't too violent though, like Furl Out Bones. You can't help but smile. Hardly a teenage book, but he seems more excited by them. Also, when I get ready for school, she makes me lunch. And guess what? What? She draws on the bags every time without missing a single day. She usually draws some hearts and kittens. I used to get made fun of for it, but I don't care. She's so ecstatic about seemingly little things, but maybe those are the things that matter the most. The kid's enthusiasm, happy face slowly raised the spirits up surprisingly. Even though you don't know him, you can't help but smile. Sounds like a great mom. Speaking of which, where are your parents? Anthony. You hear a scream coming far from your wife. Anthony makes a small jump back and puts his hands on his cheeks in overly dramatic terror. Holy moly, pretty nolly, they got me. Hey, wait a second, kid. Tony and sorry, mister, but I've got the one. Take this. But mister, you swiftly take off your hat and put it on the kid's head with a smile. He smiles back with stars in his eyes. You don't want to. I don't want you running around in the rain without a hat. You might catch a cold. He's jumping with joy, holding the hat in place while doing so. You've never seen someone so grateful for a gift of your life. Wowies! Thank you so much, mister. Chad. Yes, Dad. Alright, gotta go. Bye, Mr. Chad. It's Chad. Oh, bye, Tony. You watch as he begins to bolt, waving back to you with a smile. You send a smile back, your chest feeling a flicker of joy for the first time in a long time. Seeing him so full of life makes you remember what it was like before everything went to shit, but only for a split second. He's like a walking serotonin dispenser. Now technically a running serotonin dispenser. As he beelines it to the bridge, the tiny Tony runs away from the voice with his arms straight behind him, as if to increase his aerodynamics, or like a ninja, I guess. Tony. Hey, sir, why didn't you stop him? The voice of an older woman comes from behind you. Before you can turn around, a mysterious female cat walks to your side, breathing heavily from jogging with a concession tray. She stops and looks over you, seeing you drenched from head to toe. Me? Quickly, what's your name? Chan. Hi, I'm Kathy, and oh gosh, you look like you've been through a war, sweetie. You don't smell much better either. Oh goodness. Oh, I know, a nice warm cafe is what you need. It'll lift your spirits right up. You'll see. Well, that's us. You right here. I'll grab my son, and we'll be back. We'll be right back, okay? He just loves to run around the park, especially when I start talking to customers. The strange woman keeps talking as she begins to jog in Tony's direction. She doesn't even let you respond. Tony, but it's already too far away for her to hear you. So the small interaction make you feel a little better. You feel swamped and admire hopelessness. Not to say that not everyone has it bad, though. The kid seems to have a mother who really cares about him, and the mother seems to be a really considerate person. Maybe common decency isn't as rare as it seems. You're surprised when you hear a third person coming from the same direction that Kathy woman did. Hey, wait. Your gaze is set on the woods where Catherine Sterling ran off to. Someone continues to walk past you, seemingly exacerbated and a little annoyed. I forgot to pay you. Please take my money. Jeez. The man has a mix of golden and yellow fur and admittedly has a handsome figure. He gives you a quick glance before looking into the woods again, but not even a split second later, his piercing gaze shoots back to you. In an instant, the German Shepherd expressing wants to one of despair and confusion. Chad? Oh no. It doesn't take long for you to recognize this man. Sadness tinged with rage begins to swarm your mind. Chad Harmon? You're alive? No, it can't be. Fred? The man takes a few steps back in disbelief, tears welling up in his eyes. The young man looks as if he could turn to dust at any moment. There's no fucking way. You can't be real. You've been dead for 10 years. I saw you die. The German Shepherd now stands there dumbfounded and heartbroken, clutching a pair of old dog tags. His tears and sobs intensify by the second, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The memories begin to rip you apart. The smiles you both share makes you want to scream. Be it in agony or anger, you're not sure anymore. Okay, so a lot happened in this prologue. So, as y'all just saw, Chad just got reunited with a lifelong friend he had years ago. And apparently something happened that caused them to be separated. And it seems like Chad's not particularly happy to meet Fred. And there was something that told way back when, while he was out there naked at his job, there was something that told him about his illusions that it seemed surprised that Chad did remember him. Some kind of creature. And somebody has been taking his stuff and his clothes while at a job, which is the reason why his boss and what's the other character's name? But it's the reason why his boss caught him naked out there, and when the tree fell on the boss's office, that's when he fired Chad. So your stuff gets stolen, you run around naked, you fall off the tree ends up falling on your boss's office, you get fired, you got evicted, a car runs by splashing mud onto you, schoolgirls laugh at you, you end up at the park, you end up meeting your lifelong friend that you used to have, that you didn't want to meet. So a lot of bad things happen in this prologue here, so much. So seems like Chad just can't get a break. Everything just keeps happening so much. Every bad thing that can happen has happened to him. So that's the prologue for Zomewhere Else. We'll continue next time. All the information for the game's description box below. These are the Patreon and Itch.io and Discord and Twitter links here. If you play the game yourself, you can press these and go to these direct links. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.